Hey, what's YouTube? It's what we're here today. We're gonna react to the new Dark Age of Cartoon Network on today's vid. So yeah, I was planning on reacting to this a couple weeks ago, and here we are, man. We're gonna watch it. I've been a huge Cartoon Network fan. I'm pretty sure all you guys been. Like Cartoon Network has been there since my childhood. You know what I'm saying? Major with a Gumball, Teen Titans Go, and Angry Grandpa, the regular show, all them good shows, man. Cartoon Network, and We Bare Bears, Clarence, and all of them. I mean, I've been a fan since I was young, so like, yeah, Cartoon Network has been there for me in my life. So, but but I honestly like nowadays I just don't watch Cartoon Network anymore. It just the new shows just got the new shows are just not hitting like they used to. Like they're not the way they used to be. You know what I'm saying? But the old shows used to be really good, but the new shows they're just terrible. They're terrible. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're terrible. But I just don't like the new shows anymore. I just don't like it. But we're gonna react to this new vid, so you know what I'm saying. Before you get to that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, in case you're first to the order. I believe this is not a vid, so let's get to it, man.
Cartoon Network is officially in a new dark age. The first in over 15 years. There's no more original series, there's barely anything in production, and although they want us to forget, there are a ton of promising new ideas, with fully animated shorts that they are refusing to release. How did we get to this point, and how can Cartoon Network be saved, if at all?
I don't know, bro, but like I thought Cartoon Network was gonna shut down. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just like I don't know, man. The new shows, man, they're terrible. You know what I'm saying? They need to make good shows that we'll actually watch, and not just only that though. It's like it's like the new cartoons. They make it gay. They make it gay. They make it gay. Like what happened to the normal cartoons that I used to grow up watching, bro? Like why is everything why is everything got to be so gay about it? You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to put gay. I mean, they don't have to make cartoons gay, man. They don't really need to do that stuff. And I just think it's kind of boring. I ain't gonna lie. Like they're making cartoon shows gay. It's kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? Kind of messed up.
That's what I set out to answer today. Breaking down how we got here
Like,
and delving
these
into
shows
what
right
I
here
believe
good.
is the only way Cartoon Network can be saved.
What we do here is go back.
Need something to throw
All
on
these
while you
shows
draw,
are good.
study, or
All
sleep?
these shows are good.
Roundtable Rewinds
All
got you
these shows.
covered. So why not take a stroll down memory lane and subscribe?
No one can tell me what to do.
All right,
See
man,
you
I'll
there.
I'll subscribe.
So you may have heard by now, but the end of Craig of the Creek has also brought to an end a generational run of Cartoon Network originals.
bro.
Aside from the fact that Cartoon Network Studios as we know it no longer exists, as they got rid of the iconic building and merged it with Warner Bros. Animation in a new one,
That's
the
crazy.
small amount of shows they are producing are all spin-offs. Namely Adventure Time Field
yeah,
and
there's
Cake,
a lot of
Adventure Time
spin-offs, a lot
Side
of
Quest,
good
and
shows.
regular show The Lost Tapes. Where are the new cartoons? I'll take more Adventure Time. I'll take more regular show. You already know I've been advocating for more Steven Universe. But I want new stuff too. Every animation fan does. That's
Facts,
why
bro.
all of the hype has moved over to indie animation.
I want
The
some
Amazing
stuff.
Digital Circus, Monkey Wrench, the upcoming adult animated series Knights of Guinevere created by Dana Terrace. Those are all new ideas that are filling a void that was left behind when all of these studios decided, you know what? Popular IP is all we need. But unlike Disney and Nick, it's pretty obvious that Cartoon Network has been struggling the most. And
Yeah,
the reason
they have.
why
They have
is
a lot.
also the same reason why animation got to this state in the first place.
shows are
Streaming.
just not
When
good.
streaming took over in the mid-2010s, a lot of corporations didn't know how to adapt, and they continuously learned the wrong lessons. In
Yeah,
Cartoon
they did.
Network's case, it was clear that a lot of people took interest in their story-driven series. Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Infinity Train, and so on. But the problem is, more and more people were cord cutting. The golden age of cable had come to an end, and
Yeah.
most people got their entertainment
It
fix
did.
from either Netflix, Hulu, or
Nah, like that's facts, bro. Cause we just straight up stream stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Watch it off Disney Plus, Netflix, Max, or any other app that you know a new show or a new movie comes out on. But nah, I don't know. Cartoon Network has been struggling a lot, and I don't know how it can come back. You know what I'm saying? But it's been yeah. That's all I was gonna say, man. It's been struggling a lot. It's been struggling. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all they need to do is just make better shows, and hopefully. Now they did say they're gonna make the what's it? Okay, I don't know. Major with a Gumball season 7. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for that, man. I can't wait for that. Yeah, it's been like 5 years since we had a season. I thought the show was over, but they said they're gonna make another season. You know what I'm saying? It's somehow a movie, so definitely can't wait to see that, man. Can't wait. But yeah, let's get back to it, man.
YouTube, but networks like Cartoon Network kept premiering their shows on television, which saw
Nah,
viewership dwindle
did
more
it
and
for
more
so
throughout the
many
years. They were making content for an audience that was just no longer tuning in. And the worst part for a channel like Cartoon Network is that since its main demographic is children, Cartoon Network and viewers alike were at the mercy of their parents to still have cable. And I would imagine it'd be very hard for kids to justify that bill, just so they can stay in the loop with the crystal gems or things love life. Now the obvious answer would be to just move these shows to streaming, but of course they went about it the wrong way, something that will definitely become a pattern. You see, whereas a lot of shows in the 2010s would feature their episodes next day on Hulu, good old Turner wasn't ready to let go of cable just yet. So their solution was to host new episodes online the very next day on a channel-specific website they kept behind a cable login, which really didn't solve the accessibility problem. What's the point of posting these episodes?
But the Cartoon Network website is dead, bro. It's literally dead. The app is dead, bro. Like I tell you, like I downloaded this app here like years ago, and you know what I'm saying, they have all my favorite shows on there. But like the thing is, like it won't even have all the seasons and all the episodes on the show. It'll just have half of it. You know what I'm saying? It'll just have one season and that's it. So basically, like it didn't even have all the episodes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I deleted that app. I deleted it. It didn't have all the episodes. You know, it didn't really have all of it. You know.
So it's online if you still need cable to watch them. This of course only encouraged piracy and made it really hard to track who was actually watching these shows.
Nah, like I used to
I'm
watch
tired of ads in games too. Check out Hero Wars. It's one of the best ad-free games.
Don't care. Get back to it.
How can they gauge the success of anything if the numbers just aren't accurate? Not only that, but by the time full seasons of these shows would finally hit something like Hulu, it would be months after these seasons finished airing on TV. The hype was no longer there. Anyone who really wanted to stay in the loop probably just watched it on something like Kiss Cartoon. But as we approached the late 2010s, Cartoon Network's parent company began plotting the birth of HBO Max, wanting to launch this platform with a ton of exclusive content, like how there's a buttload of Netflix originals. So for a while, Cartoon Network was just making stuff without any clear indication of where it would end up. Some of these shows aired on TV, and some of these shows would eventually premiere to HBO Max. And then you had some that started on TV but moved over to HBO Max, like Infinity Train. But this in itself presented a big problem. HBO Max is a brand new streaming service. It took time to grow and become a beloved streaming service, although that didn't really last long, huh? But all of these Cartoon Network productions are relying on good numbers in order to get renewed for more episodes. Obviously, this didn't work out.
Not just that though. They'll put like new episodes, new season, new shows in Cartoon Network They'll put like new shows on it in HBO Max, but they switched it to Max, so it's called Max now. But like, what I'm trying to say is like, you know what I'm saying, they'll like make they'll like put new shows with the new episodes on Max. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I don't know if people watching, but that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But they did make a wee baby bears show that I just didn't like. It was honestly horrible, man. It was horrible. Like I don't know why they even thought about making But the movie though was good though. The movie was good, but like after the end of the movie, it made the We Bare Bear show, the second one, the baby show. I just hated it, man. I felt like that show was for little kids, you know, and it honestly was. It really was though. I mean, that show was not good at all. It was terrible.
A lot of these Max exclusive Cartoon Network shows, I think a lot of people don't even realize exist to this very day. Like, how many of y'all know about the Fungies or Tig and Seek? Probably not that many, because they weren't marketed all that well. And they came out at a time where Max did not have nearly as many subscribers as it does now. Not to mention, a lot of that initial HBO Max subscriber base were people who were already subbed to HBO. But that means they were here for HBO content, not Cartoon Network shows.
I mean,
so, despite the best efforts of crew and fans alike, a lot of these shows did not survive for long. But through these early days of HBO Max, they did discover that people still really like Adventure Time, as the Distant Land specials were making waves. So they said, what the hell, let's make a new show aimed at a young adult audience, starring Fiona and Cake. Everything else can get fucked. Things only got worse once the Discovery emerged.
What is that? Oh no, bro. Gee, bro, they're making shows look pathetic, man. This is horrible. Horrible, man. Oh my gosh. What are they doing, bro? Like, bro, like no one's gonna like that show. That show was trash, man. But man, let's get back to it.
Rolled around as the new president, David Zaslav, really likes unscripted content, the likes of reality TV, and he really didn't care for animation. So all those shows Max announced that were in development, they died a swift death. And as far as Zaslav's concerned, animation, it may bring in some dough, but it's not nearly as profitable as non-scripted TV. And so Cartoon Network gradually got reduced to a shell of itself. No shows were getting picked up, and the ongoing shows that were in production, most of them got their episode orders reduced, forcing animation fans to slowly watch this iconic studio, this iconic brand, die. But again, those shows that were making hits in the 2010s, they were still getting good numbers because, you know, people actually knew they existed. They didn't have to market them. So if they gotta make something animated, might as well be the stuff they know are profitable. And now we're only getting Adventure Time, Regular Show, and Gumball until the end of history. But there are a ton of ideas for original animated series with fully finished pilots that Warner Bros. Discovery are refusing to release. You guys may remember that back in 2021, they announced the Cartoon Shorts program. This program would allow for a variety of shorts to be produced by very.
Like I just feel like maybe they're scared of reducing it because they know it's terrible. They know it's bad. And that's why they don't want to like show it off to the world or the public. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Cartoon Network, man, they need to do something, man. Make a good show. You know what I'm saying? Because no one's gonna sit there and watch a show like this, man. It just not hidden, bro. It's not hidden. No.
Various artists in the animation industry with the intent of them being released to the public so that we could vote for their future with our viewership. Cartoon Network actually promoted these shorts a bit, hyping them up on social media until one day they just stopped. And now, 4 years later, we still have yet to get a single cartoon short released. They have pleaded for Cartoon Network to release them, voicing their dissatisfaction for their hard work going unreleased. And still, none of these shorts have gotten released. People want to make new shows. There are a ton of new cartoons begging to be released, despite the fact that just pressing upload wouldn't cost them a single penny. Warner Bros. Discovery won't budge. We may never see these cartoons. If that doesn't scream Dark Age, I don't know what does. Now Cartoon Network in its current state is all reruns, imported shows, and potentially spin-offs of the same shows that were popular 10 years ago. Everybody wants to be Nickelodeon. Everybody wants to have their SpongeBob. We're seeing it happen with Disney too, with Phineas and Ferb making a comeback for another endless summer. But the thing is, there's no guarantee that these shows will even head to Cartoon Network proper. They might not even head to Max. They got rid of all the Cartoon Network shows. Right now, we just know they're making them, but who knows where they're going to end up because the designated streaming service for Cartoon Network doesn't want Cartoon Network around anymore. So really, these shows are in the hands of either Netflix or Hulu to pick them up. And really, that's true for not only these established IP, but new ideas too. The future of Cartoon Network is sadly not in the hands of Warner Bros. Discovery, despite the fact that they own them. It's in the hands of other streaming services. You see, aside from terrible distribution, I do think what did Cartoon Network in was the fact that, yeah, their streaming service was Max, a platform that frankly never really prioritized animation all that much. Nickelodeon? Sure, there's Paramount Plus, but long before that streaming service was even a thing, Nickelodeon knew that their content had to get in front of as many eyes as possible in the streaming era and struck a deal with Netflix, which is where a lot of their heavy hitters end up. Hell, the Fairly Odd Parents of New Wish, that didn't go to Paramount Plus at all. They're dropping it in batches on Netflix after it aired on TV, which is also something I'm not a fan of. Just put it up next day after it airs on TV, or else it feels like you're just setting up the show for failure because even if it does well on there, are they really gonna want to pick it up when it's been out of production for so long? It's the same kind of trap that these early 2020 Cartoon Network shows fell into. But still, Netflix has a massive audience. And while they also have a promoting problem, I do think it would be easier to find something new on there compared to the likes of HBO Max. And of course, Disney has Disney Plus, something that was an instant hit and has given a lot of Disney Animation's catalog a second chance at life, although their distribution also isn't ideal. Still, if Cartoon Network ever wants to bounce back, they need to find a major streaming service that is willing to host their content and is willing to order new things, whether that be Netflix or Hulu. Both Max and cable just aren't reliable anymore, and now the bigwigs don't want to pick anything up. It's up to one of the top dogs to say, hey, we don't want to see Cartoon Network die for good. We want to invest in more animated content, and we want Cartoon Network to make some of these shows. Not just reboots, not just revivals, but brand new ideas. Which, hey, maybe if they actually release those cartoon shorts, one of these big streaming services can see what's popular and then pick up a full series based off one of those shorts from there. But for now, that truly just seems to be wishful thinking. And honestly, I'm tired, boss. The current state of Cartoon Network is a symptom of a much bigger problem within the animation industry. A lot of people say the industry as a whole is dead, to just go indie, and that the version we had before, prior to the streaming wars, is never going to come back. But I'm gonna choose to remain optimistic. Both Netflix and Hulu see that animation is profitable, and they don't want to make it themselves. So hopefully within the next couple of years, we'll see them turn to places like Cartoon Network and ask for original ideas, ending this dark age and ushering in a new era. But as always, these are just my thoughts and I want to hear yours. How do you feel about the death of Cartoon Network in this new dark age? Do you think there's a light at the end of the tunnel? Or have you already migrated to the boat of, go indie and I like watching anime now? Let us know.
Well, this is what I think. I think they just focus too much on the old shows and not the new ones. And they don't want to release them because they know it's probably going to be bad and the whole world ain't going to like it. You know what I'm saying? And the only way they can come back is they like make good shows and try to get streaming services to stream to have their shows on their platform. I mean, if they want to ever come back, man, they just need to make better shows, man. And hopefully, hopefully people will find the shows good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's kind of sad where Cartoon Network is going. But the reboots, you know what I'm saying? I mean that's okay. I'm not really mad about the reboots. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like at the same time, you got to find new ideas for Cartoon Network. You got to find new ideas. You got to find new shows to make that people will actually enjoy. You know what I'm saying? You can't just find shows that people are not going to like. You know what I'm saying? Just find something good, that people can enjoy. And then maybe a streaming service can stream the show on how good it is. But Yeah, that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, attention. I'm sure that's Twitter. I'll put the description down below a bit. And yeah, peace out, guys.